So now that expectations are set, your team is already working on it and things are going very smooth. So how do you actually monitor the progress of the team? Because you do not want to land up into how few of the customers have landed up during when we discuss the case study. So how do you actually monitor that? Okay, things are going on track smoothly. So first is retrospective meetings. I actually recommend this a lot. There are a lot of times when people tend to skip these meetings with their outsourced team, but these are very important. And these are, please understand, these are very different from the one-on-ones you are having with the team members. Because these retrospective meetings are going to give a chance to reflect on what has been happening and how it can be improved in the further sprints or in the further work that is being done. But to have these retrospective meetings, there has to be an environment created for constructive criticism, I would say. So as to everyone takes that feedback in such a way that, okay, it's an eventually a team goal to accomplish that and how to improve in the further work. The second is be open to see the challenges and improve, as I already said. So this retrospective meetings are really important while you see the progress, the team progress, and because it is a chance that like you can learn from that past and make sure that that mistakes do not happen in the future. And setting up the measurable metrics. While so I've seen this in few instances where when we say like setting up measurable metrics, people usually tend to track each and every aspect of the project, and that is something which should be avoided because like tracking metrics and micromanaging are two different things. Like if you tend to track each and every small aspect and ask questions about it, that actually doesn't like give them the sense of ownership or being part of your team. So like try to avoid micromanagement and instead create metrics around task completeness and the quality of delivery. So something which is more like measurable. So I'll show you some examples of task completeness. So if you see this metrics, this is more about like overview of a particular sprint, that how many things are getting resolved, where do we stand in terms of sprint completeness. Okay, here we are at 51%. Like what's the total duration, like how much is completed, how much is yet to be done. Or it could be around the status report for a particular sprint in terms of how many are the open issues, or how many are in progress, how many are ready for QA, how many are verified, which gives you like lot of insight about how the things are going on. You can also track metrics around issue type, like so whether how many bugs are there, how many of them are improvement, how many of the total story is subtask, like. And of course, the assignee, like based on your team members, how much tasks are assigned to some of the team members, how many of them have completed, what's the completion percentage, and so on. So these could be like kind of, I would say, high level metrics, talking more about the completeness rather than going into nitty gritties of how many hours are burned, like is the developer really spending 8 hours and so on. And then is the quality of delivery, which is equally important, because when you are expecting a delivery, it shouldn't be that things are just being delivered without maintaining that quality of the code. So like even at Mindbowser, we use Code Grip. It's an automated code review platform, which talks about like, let's say, what's the reliability score of the code that has been written, what's the maintainability, what has been the coverage, or let's say how many lines of codes are duplicated and so on. So it gives you an insight about where does the quality of your code that has been written stands.